Good morning, children. Sai Ram. So, today we are going to continue the revision of the chapter number 6, Division. Okay. So, we are going to continue the revision. Okay, children. So, division of a number by 10, 100 and 1000. Division of a number by 10, 100 and 1000. So, if we divide a number by 10, then the ones digit is a remainder and the remaining will be your quotient. Okay. So, shall we see some examples? Okay. See first one, 238 divided by 10. Isn't it? 238 divided by 10. So in 10, how many zeros are there? In 10, only one zero is there, isn't it? So the ones digit will be the remainder and the remaining digits will be the quotient. Okay. So what is the ones digit here? Here 8 is the ones digit, isn't it? So 8 is the remainder and the remaining digits will be the quotient. What are the remaining digits? They are there here. 2, 3, 23, isn't it? So 23 is the quotient. Okay. If we divide a number by 10, then the ones digit is the remainder and the remaining digits will form quotient. Okay, children? And now next one, if we divide a number by 100, then the ones and tens digit form the remainder and the remaining digits will be the quotient. Okay, children? So see the example, 2096 divided by 100. So in 100, how many digits are there? How many zeros are there? 2 zeros are there, isn't it? So the ones and tens digit will form the remainder. So here the remainder is 96. Okay. And the remaining digits will be the quotient. Okay. So what are the remaining digits here? 2 0. So 20. So quotient is 20. Is it clear, children? Yes. The next one, if we divide a number by 1000. So in 1000, 3 zeros are there, isn't it? So ones, tens, hundreds digit will form a remainder and the remaining digits will be the quotient. Okay. So see the example, 9081 divided by 1000. So in this, ones, tens and hundreds digits will be 081. So 81. So the remainder is 81. And the remaining will be quotient, isn't it? So what are the remaining digits here? Only 9 is there. So 9 is the quotient. Okay, children? Is it clear? So without dividing, we can directly write the answer. Okay? Yes. The next one, divide using the cancellation method. Divide using the cancellation method. So, if both dividend and divisor have zeros, end with zeros, if both dividend and divisor are end with 0, then we can cancel the common number of zeros. Okay, we can cancel the common number of zeros and we can divide the remaining digits. And in the last step, we have to add the cancelled zeros to the remainder. Okay. If dividend and divisor are having n with 0, then we can cancel the common number of zeros and we can divide the remaining numbers. remaining digits. Okay. And in the last step, we have to add the cancelled zeros. So how many zeros we have cancelled in the first step? We have to add that number of zeros to the remainder, not in quotient. Okay, we have to add that zeros in the remainder. Okay, so shall we do one example, then it will be clear for you. So here 50,600 divided by 500. So here both dividend and divisor n with zeros, isn't it? So we can cancel only common number of zeros, not all the zeros. Okay, only common number of zeros. So if we cancel 1 0 in dividend, then we have to cancel 1 0 in divisor. Okay, and if we cancel another 0 in the dividend, and we have to cancel the another 0 in divisor. Okay, now the remaining numbers are 506 divided by 5. So now we have to divide 506 divided by 5. Okay, shall we divide? So 506 divided by 5. So take first digit, because divisor is a single digit number, so we can consider first digit of the dividend. Okay, so 5 5. So 1 5s are 5. So minus 5 minus 5 is 0. And next we have to bring down this 0 here. We cannot divide, isn't it? Because 0 is less than 5, isn't it? Dividend is less than divisor. So we cannot divide. So we have to write 0 in the quotient and 0 here. Subtract 0 minus 0 is 0. And now bring down this 6 here. Now we can divide, isn't it? Because 6 is greater than 5, isn't it? So we can divide, and 1 5s are 5. So write 5 here. Subtract 6 minus 5 is 1. So we have got the remainder as 1. And now we have to add these 2 zeros, isn't it? Because we have cancelled 2 zeros in the first step, isn't it? So we have to add 2 zeros to the remainder. So quotient is 101 and the remainder is 100. Write 1 here, and these 2 zeros we have cancelled in the first step, isn't it? So we have to add these 2 zeros to the remainder. So the quotient is 101 and the remainder is 100. Is it clear, children? Yes? So shall we do one more example? Yes. The next one, 4,500 divided by 900. So both dividend and divisor n with 0, isn't it? So we can cancel the common number of zeros. So if we cancel 1 0 in the dividend, we have to cancel 1 0 in the divisor. So here there are one more 0 in dividend and divisor also. So we can cancel these 2 zeros. Okay. Now we are going to divide 45 by 9. Okay. Shall we divide 45 by 9? So you all know ninth table, isn't it? So how many times it will go? 45? 5 times, isn't it? 9 5s are 45. 9 5s are 45. So write 5 here and write 45 here. So if we subtract, we get 0 as the remainder. So if we add these 2 zeros to the remainder, then it is also a 0, isn't it? So the quotient is 5 and the remainder is 0. Okay? So have you all understood, children? Yes. Don't forget to add the zeros to the remainder. Okay. The next one is estimating the quotient. Estimating the quotient. So to estimate the quotient, to find the estimating quotient, we have to round off the given numbers to the nearest 10. Okay. We have to round off the given numbers to the nearest 10. See the first example. 92 divided by 12. 92 divided by 12. So we have to round off this 92 and 12 to the nearest 10. Yes. So 92 can be rounded off to 90. Okay, because 92 is less than 95. So it can be rounded off to 90. Okay, and 12 can be rounded off to 10 because 12 is less than 15, isn't it? So it can be rounded off to 10. So both dividend and divisor end with 0, isn't it? So we can cancel the common number of zeros. So cancel, cancel, and 9 divided by 1 is 9. So quotient is 9, remainder is 0, isn't it? So the estimated quotient is 9. Okay, estimated quotient is 9 divided by 1, isn't it? Here we get 9 divided by 1. So if we divide any number by 1, then the answer will be the number itself, isn't it? So the quotient is, estimated quotient is 9. Okay, estimated quotient is 9. So now we shall divide and we shall find out the actual quotient and actual remainder. Okay, for that we have to divide the given numbers. Okay, so let's divide 92 divided by 12. So consider first two digits because divisor is a 2-digit number. So consider first 2 digit of the dividend. So how many times it will go? How many times? Can you tell me? So we have to divide 92 by 12, isn't it? 92 divided by 12. So how many times it will go? 12 5s are, right? 12 5s are 60 and 12 6 are 72 and 12 7s are 84. And if we take 12 8s are, then it will go beyond 92, isn't it? So 12 8s are is 12 8s are 96. So we cannot take 12 8s are. So we can take 12 7s. Okay. So we have to write 7 here and here 84. So subtract. So we have to carry over, borrow. So it will become 8 and it will become 12. So 12 minus 4 is 8. Okay. So the actual quotient is 7 and the actual remainder is 8. Okay children. Have you all understood? Yes. So shall we do one more example? So here 4065 divided by 48. 4065 divided by 48. So we have to round off these two numbers to the nearest 10. So 4065 can be rounded off to 4070. Okay, 4070. So 4065 can be rounded off to 4070 divided by, and this 48. 48 can be rounded off to 50 because it is greater than 45, isn't it? So it can be rounded off to 50. and these two, dividend and divisor, end with 0. So we can cancel common number of zeros, and now we have to divide 407 divided by 5. Okay, so 407 divided by 5. So consider first two digits of the dividend, because if we take first digit we cannot divide, isn't it? Because 4 is less than 5, so we cannot divide. So we consider first two digits of the dividend. Okay, how many times it will go? So it will exactly go, isn't it, in fifth table. 8 5s are 40, isn't it? So we can write 8 here and 40 here. If we subtract, we get 0, and bring down this 7 here. So how many times it will go? It will go one time, isn't it? 1 5s are 5 and the remaining is 2. So what is the estimated quotient? 81. Estimated quotient is 81. So now we shall find out the actual quotient and actual remainder. Okay, for that we are going to divide the given number. Okay, so 4065 divided by 48. So if we take if we consider two digits of the dividend, we cannot divide, isn't it? Because 40 is less than 48, so we cannot divide. So consider first three digits of the dividend. Okay, so take how many times it will go, we shall find out. If we take 48 2s are 48 2s are 8 2s are 16, 1 4 2s are 6, sorry 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 1 is 96, and 48 3s are 48 3s are 8 3s are 24, 2 remaining 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 2 is 14, and 48 4s are 8 4s are 32 in 3, 4 4s are 16, 16 plus 3 is, so we have to take 465 divided by 48. So 48 into 8s are 8 8s are 64, 6 8 4s are 32, 32 plus 6 is 38, so 384. And if we take 48 9s are 9 8s are 72, remaining 7, 9 4s are 36, 36 plus 7 is 43, so it will go beyond 406, so we can take 8 times. Okay, so 8 48s are 384. So if we subtract, 6 minus 4 is 2, so borrow 100, so it will become 3 and it will become 8. So 10 minus 8 is 2, and bring down this 5 here, so 225, and if we take 48 3s are, then 8 3s are 24, 2, and 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 2 is 144, and shall we take 48 4s are, so what will come? 48 4s are 8 4s are 32, remaining 3, 4 4s are 16, 16 plus 3 is 19. So if we take 48 5s are, then 8 5s are 40, remaining 4, and 4 5s are 20, 20 plus 4, 240. So we cannot take 5 times. So we'll take 4 times. Okay. So write 4 here and write 192. So subtract 5 minus 2 is 3 and borrow 100. So it will become 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. So the actual remainder is 33 and the actual quotient is 84. Okay children, have you all understood? Yes. So next one is word problem. A science fair has 156 displays. A science fair has 156 displays. There are 12 displays in each row. How many rows of display are there at the science fair? So in one row there are 12 displays, isn't it? So there are 12 displays in each row. And how many displays in total? There are 156 displays, isn't it? So we are going to find out how many rows are there. Okay. See the solution. So total number of displays is 15. And in one row, how many displays are there? 12, isn't it? So number of displays in one row is 12. So we are going to find out how many rows. So we have to divide this total number of this 156. Okay. So we have to divide this 156 divided by 12. Okay. 156 divided by 12. So if we divide 156 divided by 12, take first two digits, it is 15. So definitely 1 times will go. So 12 minus, so if we minus 5 minus 2 is 3, 36 and 12 3s are 36. So 3 times 36. So if we subtract, remainder is 0. So how many rows are there? There are 13 rows. Okay, there are 13 rows of displays are there at the science fair. Okay children. So total number of displays is 156 and in each row how many displays are there? 12 displays are there and we are going to find out the number of rows. Okay. So for that we have to divide this 156 by 12. Okay. So after dividing we are getting 13. So the number of rows is 13. Yes, have you all understood? Yes. The next one. A factory makes 7,000 toy cars in 25 days. How many toy cars will be made in 50 days? So in 25 days they make 7,000 toy cars. Okay. So we are going to find out in 50 days how many toy cars they have they will made. Okay. So for that first we have to find out in one day how many toy cars they made. Okay. And then the next step we will find out in 50 days how many toy cars they will made. Okay. So see the solution. The number of toy cars made in 25 days is 7,000. So from the first step we have to find out in one day how many toy cars they will made. So that only we can find out in 50 days how many toy cars they will made. Okay. So to find in 50 days how many toy cars will made, we need to find out in one day how many toy cars they will made. Okay. So in 25 days they make 7,000 toy cars. So in one day, so number of toy cars made in one day is 7,000 divided by 25. So we have to divide this 7000 by 25. Okay. So shall we divide 7000 divided by 25. So 25 twos are 50. 25 threes are 75. So we cannot take 3 times. So we can take 2 times. So 50. So if we subtract, we will get 20 and bring down this 0. Okay. And 25 8s are 8 5s are 40. Remaining 4 and 8 2s are 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. So exactly 8 times will go. So 8. So if we subtract 200, 0 and bring down the 0 here, we cannot divide. So we have to write a 0 in the quotient and 0 here, subtract. So remainder is 0. So in one day, how many cars they will make? They will make 280 toy cars in one day. Okay. So now we can find out in 50 days how many toy cars they will make. For that, what we have to do? We have to multiply this 280 by 50. Okay. So number of toy cars made in 50 days is equal to 280 into 50. So here both multiplicand and multiplier are having zeros, isn't it? How many zeros? 2 zeros. So we have to write these 2 zeros at the end. Okay. And now we can multiply the remaining digits. That is 25 into 5. Okay. 28 into 5. Multiply 8 5s are 8 5s are 40. Remaining 4. And 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So we have to write this 140 before these 2 zeros. So in 50 days, how many toy cars they will make? They will make 14,000 toy cars in 50 days. Yes, have you all understood, children? So in 25 days, they have given how many toy cars they will make, isn't it? And they have asked in 50 days how many toy cars they will make. So for that, in the first step, we have to find out in one day how many toy cars they will make. Then only we can find out in 50 days how many toy cars they will make. Okay. So to find out in one day how many toy cars they will make, for that we have to divide the total number of cars by the total number of days. That is 7,000 divided by 25. Okay. So we'll get the number of cars made in one day. And then we have to find out in 50 days, isn't it? So we have to multiply this 250 by 50. Okay. Then only we can get in 50 days how many toy cars will be made. Okay, children, have you all understood? Yes. The next one, simplify. 128 divided by 16 into 5 plus 320 into 4 minus 150 plus 280. So first we have to finish the division. Okay, for the first step we have to finish the division and then multiplication. Okay, and then addition and subtraction. Okay. So in this order we have to solve this problem. Okay, children. So first we should finish the division. So here only one division is there. So we have to divide 126 divided by 16. Okay, how many times it will go? It will go 8 times. So if we divide 16 into 8 is 8 6 are 48. So remaining 4, 1 8s are 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So the quotient is 8. Isn't it? So 8 times it will go. So 128 divided by 6 will become 8. Okay. So 8 into this 5 plus 320 into 4 minus 150 plus 280. Okay, so we have finished the division and now we have to finish multiplication. Okay, so here one multiplication is there. 8 5s are 40. Okay, 8 5s are 40 plus 320 into 4. So multiply 320 into 4. 4 zeros are 0 and 4 twos are 8. 3 fours are 12. So 1280 minus 150 plus 280. Okay, and now we have to group the same signs. We have to group the numbers that are having same signs. Okay, so here plus 40 plus 1280 plus 280. So we have to group these three numbers. Okay, so 40 plus 1280 plus 280. 100 minus 150. So first we will add these three numbers. Okay, and then from that we will subtract 150. Okay, so 1280 and 280 40. So we are going to add these three numbers. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 8 is 16 and 16 plus 4 is 20. So write 2 here and carry over 2 to the next place. 2 plus 2 is 4 and 4 plus 2 is 6. And write 1 here. So 1600. So 1600 minus this 150. So let's subtract 1600 minus 150. Subtract 0 minus 0 is 0. So here we have to borrow 1. So it will become 10 and it will become 5. So 10 minus 5 is 5 and 5 minus 1 is 4 and write 1 here. So 1450. Is it clear, children? So first we have to finish the division and then multiplication and then addition and then subtraction. Okay. Okay, next one. Ronit has rupees 25,000. He wants to distribute them equally among 7 members of his staff. How much money will each member get if Ronit keeps rupees 11,000 with himself? So he wants to distribute rupees 25,000 equally among 7 members. Okay, and he did not want to distribute rupees 11,000, isn't it? So we have to subtract these 11,000 from 25,000. Okay, in the first step we have to subtract 11,000 from 25,000. Okay, then we'll get the amount he wants to distribute, isn't it? So from that we are going to find out how much money will each member get. For that we have to divide that number by 7. Okay, so see the solution. Total money with Ronit is rupees 25,000 and money Ronit keeps with himself is rupees 11,000. So he did not want to distribute this 11,000, isn't it? So we have to subtract 25,000 minus 11,000. Okay. So money left with for distribution is 25,000 minus 11,000. So subtract 25,000 minus 11,000. So subtract 0, 0, 0. 5 minus 1 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 4. So he wants to distribute 14,000 among 7 members, isn't it? So we have to find out how much will each member get. So we have to divide this 14,000 by 7. Okay. So here each staff member will get 14,000 divided by 7. 14,000 divided by 7. So 14,000 divided by 7. And 7 twos are 14. Subtract 0. Bring down the 0 and minus 0. So write 0. 0. And if we bring down the 0, then we 0 and write 0 here. If we bring down the 0, then only we can, then also we cannot divide, so we have to write 0. So how much money will each member get? So each member will get rupees 2,000. Okay. So each staff member will get rupees 2,000. So have you all understood, children? So with that we have completed the revision of the division chapter. Okay, go through all the problems and do on your own. Okay, then only it will be easy for you. Okay, children, thank you. Take care.